Hello? Hello out there, people of the internet. It is me, Pigeon Supreme TV. I got a big thing on the side of my face, and this is going to be a one and only thing right here. Had to shave my beard for work. I look like a child. I look like a fat 13-year-old Drew Carey, but we're going to rock with that. So today on stream, we've got some special guests. It is it's a musician streamers thing, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna talk to them, and we're gonna try to enjoy ourselves, and we're gonna try to make sure that everything's interesting. Let me turn this music down just a tad and skip this song because I don't like it. I'd rather listen to this song. So as soon as I get the level set, we're about to pop back into this Discord and say what up to these fools. So, in 3, 2, 1. Alright, everybody say hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Alright, so Sunfire says hello, and Thomas says hello. Now, here's the thing. I messed up introductions again because I said your names first. So, let's try this a second time. So, on the top, the girl with arms as strong and as fast as the big turkey legs you get at the Renaissance Fair. We have Sunfire TV. Everybody, round of applause for Sunfire. Round of applause, a big one. And in the bottom corner with the man with fingers faster than Superman's fingers, it is Thomas Frank. And a round of applause for Thomas Frank. So. Let's start this. Let's start this bad boy off with me just saying, "How you doing?"
I'm posting on my Discord. That's why I'm like with this typing face. Like.
Oh.
So, yeah.
That's your typing face?
My typing face is.
My typing face is usually. Except I'm looking down at my. Yeah, I'm gonna turn her up. I'm gonna turn her up and I'm gonna turn the music down. My typing face is like this, except for like I'm looking down because my keyboard is like all the way like over here because I like to play competitive shooting games and I've got a big mouse pad, so like my arms are really stretched out. So I'm always like just hunting and pecking like way over here, like looking over my microphone trying to type. That's why I have so many typos when I'm typing in chat.
Oh my god. Yesterday after I rated somebody, I was like, thank you so much, like I have to go, bye-bye, and I typoed the entire sentence. And even after that, you know how you want to mention that you had a typo, and you have to say, oh my god, typo. Even that was a typo. I said typo.
Oh no, not another typod.
Typod. So that happened.
Oh, and Thomas, just a little update on how you're doing. What's going on with you, Big Chief?
I'm doing great. I've been playing today a little bit of guitar just before the stream. So yeah, doing great.
So you got your fingers all hot and ready?
Yeah.
All right, good, because we need hot and ready fingers. That's actually like one requirement that like I didn't actually put in the invite page was hot and ready fingers, and we're not talking about Little Caesar's fingers.
I'm still waiting for your credit card number.
Oh, yeah.
Well, listen, I actually made a typo on that. What I should have said was your mom's credit card number. Anybody who's curious, the invite that I send out for these, one of the requirements is that you give me your credit card number, the expiration date, and those 3 crazy numbers on the back.
Did you see my response to that?
Yes. But
yeah,
it was a bunch of hold on, I'm trying to think because like I looked at them like once, maybe twice. What was it? It was a bunch of terrible numbers, wasn't it?
It was just 1, 2, 3 penis, but penis.
That's right. It was P3 and I5.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Papa Smurf's in my chat. Hey everybody, my dad is here.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Papa
Yep.
Smurf.
Yes. This is my dad, Papa Smurf. Everybody, give a round of applause for Papa Smurf. Oh, wait.
I think about the blender story now when I think about
Remember
the blender story?
Wait, there's a blender story?
You told us about that blender that was... No, wait. It was your mom's birthday.
No, it was
Yes.
Christmas, and I ruined Christmas.
Yes, you ruined Christmas
I-
with
I-
the blender. You
Hey!
drank the vodka. Yay.
Primo
Hey,
just
Primo.
gifted a subscription to my dad. That is $2.50 to my bank account whenever Twitch decides to pay me. Thank you for Primo being cool. But yeah, little story that I've told on stream before, and I'm gonna make it a quick. It's gonna be a Cliff Notes type of a deal. It was like one of the first Christmases that I could actually like buy things as gifts for my parents, and my mom really wanted this cool Ninja blender, so I bought it. And then my dad had given me a bottle of tequila, which wasn't for me to drink, but he said this is for the blender because my mom really wanted to make some margaritas, and I drank it. I drank it all.
This is for you, son. But like, not for you.
Yeah. No. It was me being an idiot, clearly, and not thinking about things at all. I was like, "What? I got a bottle of tequila." I was like, "Wow,
And the first
this is
thing
the
you think
best
of is,
Christmas ever."
Let's not put it away. You know, let's drink it. Like what?
Yeah, I was like, "Mom, what? I'm gonna have a good night." You know. Woke up the next day, no hangover, no nothing. It was great. But yeah, that was the that was the Christmas blender story, and we're gonna move on from that. So to start to start things off, I want to ask you guys the most. Wait, what just happened? Oh, hey, Mr. Man, subscribe. Thank you. Everybody, give a big
Nice,
PP to Hey,
man.
Mr. Man. A round of applause.
I wish Bernardo worked, but he's out of batteries. I would make that for him.
You murdered
I
Bernardo.
didn't. No, I forgot to change his diaper.
Oh,
and
my
then he
chat
died.
is
Oh,
weird.
come on.
Hold on. Let me fix my chat. Now, while I do this, I just got to fix the chat box itself. Now, while I do this, if I can... Oh, my goodness. Oh, mercy me.
Bernardo's dead.
Yeah. He's
Let's
dead.
see.
He's dead.
He's in a coma, but I will bring him back with some AAA batteries.
What's going on? Oh, it's the sax sound. Hello, Cinnamon. I should have known. I should have known exactly what was going on. Cinnamon, you ought not use words like that. That's a bad word. Can I move this around yet?
Pigeon, can I say that you look like a 15-year-old?
Hey, listen, I'm about to hide my chin, okay?
I just noticed it.
Yeah, I'm hiding my chin. I had to shave my face for work, and I'm not proud of it because I look like Drew Carey, who
Oh
was
my God, Drew Carey.
I look like 15-year-old Drew Carey.
Yes.
And so that's why my chin's going to be behind my microphone for as much of the stream as possible. I do not look like Bobby Hill.
This is whose line is it anyway now?
Okay, scenes from a hat. So, Thomas, here's your scene.
Yes. Oof. Oof. No, please, no.
What happens when the guitarist walks into the bar? Scene from a hat. What is it?
What?
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep. He doesn't know it. Wait, Thomas, have you ever seen Scenes from a Hat?
Yes, I know what scenes from.
Okay, he knows what Scenes from a Hat is.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have improvisation.
I
imagination.
really don't have.
All right.
Me neither.
All right, Sunfire. The face you make when you find out you have to poop when you're on the drum stool. Yep, that's the one. That's the one. Yo, what up, Ben? How's it going, big man? How you doing? Welcome. Okay, now listen. I'm gonna start off the conversation by asking you guys the most basic of musician questions. All right, and this is, I know it's basic. All right, I am self-aware of what's going on here.
Okay.
So, whoever wants to go first, as far as your biggest musical influences and why, like, okay, let me try to specify the question a little bit. Who was the first person that you saw that you were like, I want to do that? The first person that you ever saw, which just made you think, this is a good thing that I want to do. I want to play music in any way, shape, or form.
So for me, it started, music kind of like became a big thing for me when I was in 4th grade. And as a girl with that age, I was like, 4th grade was like, what, 10? 9? I was really into Britney Spears and saying Christina Aguilera, okay? But
Hey, that's okay.
it's really cheesy. It's cheesy, but
Listen, when I was a kid, I loved the Backstreet Boys, and my parents thought it was hilarious because I walked around like singing and like putting on little performances while singing the Backstreet Boys. So
Yes,
I get it.
Yes, and I really wanted to be like Britney Spears, like that successful, and then whatever. Like, I don't know. I did a choreography around that time. I started getting into Blink-182. A friend of mine and I did a choreography to Damn It by Blink-182.
That's a
then,
strange song to do choreography to.
I know, it was so bad. It was terrible. But I really wanted to be like the Rev from Avenged Sevenfold because he was drumming and his drumming blew me away. So that was my first inspiration.
Avenged Sevenfold was also one of my biggest and first like actual metal inspirations.
Nice.
Wow.
But I mean, like for me, like when I was a kid, you know, like I was like 13. Actually, I was probably younger than like 13, like maybe 12 to 14, maybe. And then like, you know, Avenged Sevenfold started coming on MTV, and like I heard about Sinister Gates for the first time, and I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest guy I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But when in all reality, like, you know, he was an okay guitarist, to be fair.
I mean, it's pretty good.
So
I mean, he got really technical later on with
he did, but like I think what made their guitar work so good were all the harmonies.
Yeah,
it was just pure metalcore harmonies. That was all the riffs were, and they all sounded the same, but they all sounded really good.
Yeah.
So so Thomas, as far as you're concerned, who was the first person that like you ever that you like sat down and you heard it and you watched it and you were just like, this is it?
You want to know who?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Go.
All right. Okay. So it looks like he got everybody.
What the hell?
Exclamation point orgasm in chat.
Oh man.
No, seriously. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know, because my journey with music started by playing Guitar Hero, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
It's funny, and I'm probably always gonna be like coming in here to like put in like a little 2 cents like throughout all this stuff. Thank you for that, Ben. So whenever like I got Guitar Hero, I'd already been like semi like trying to learn how to play guitar when I was a kid, and I need to shorten that sound effect a little bit. So like I'd been like playing around with the guitar. It was something I always wanted to do, but like never really got good at. And then whenever I got Guitar Hero, like it was a cool game. Oh, shout out Country Cat 186 for the subscription. Round of applause. Who gifted it? Was that Primo? Oh,
yeah. Whoa, Primo's on fire.
That didn't show up in my chat. It only showed up to Mr. Man subbed. Well, either way, thank you, Primo, for gifting both of those subs. Being awesome. Wait, what is this? Oh, and it looks like he did it again. It looks like he did it again with Ghost. Shout out Primo. One of these. And he also gets one of these.
Welcome, Ghost.
Welcome. How's it going? So, anyway, back to the small Guitar Hero story. Like it was a cool game that we got, and like I like begged my parents for Guitar Hero, and then I got it, and then like I just remember my dad being like, you could play the real guitar, or like, is this gonna get you more interested in trying to learn how to play the real guitar? So it's actually cool to know that there are people out there who played Guitar Hero first, and then said, then we're like, okay, this is really fun.
Yeah, I started pretty much like that too.
So sorry for the interruption, but please continue. So you got into Guitar Hero first.
Yeah, I got Guitar Hero first. I played it like for 6 months, and I got like quite good at it. And afterwards, I saw Tenacious D, the movie.
Oh, the Pick of Destiny,
like, okay, this is cool. I might get a guitar. I got a guitar, started playing, but my big first influence, I think it was AC/DC.
Very similar story. Except AC/DC for me was much earlier on.
Yeah, I was a really big fan of Queen, but when I started guitar, my biggest influence AC/DC by far.
Similar story. My dad always listened to classic rock. Some of his favorite bands, Molly Hatchet, Leonard Skinner, but like we were always listening to the classic rock radio station, and AC/DC was always there. And I just remember like one day, like I was in like elementary school, and like I looked at Dad, I was like, Dad, can we go to Walmart? I want to buy an AC/DC CD. And he just looked at me and he was like, yes, son. It was like that scene in King of the Hill where Bobby was like, hey, Dad, can I put a gun rack on my bike? And and Hank looks over and he's like, I can't tell you how long I've waited to hear you say that, Bobby. It felt kind of like that moment looking back on it. But yeah, AC/DC, that was huge for me, But really, I think I was like 5 or 6 whenever I begged my parents for my first guitar, and they got it for me, and then I didn't actually learn how to play it until I was like 13, maybe.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, my dad gave me a guitar, and I'm like, what? I don't want to learn. It felt so bad. I think he wanted himself. He wanted to learn, and that's why he got it. And then he's like, oh, there it is for you too if you want it. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna stick to drums for now, but yeah, it'll be there. And I just posed with it for like a few pictures with my 4th grade friend, and that's it. I never really touched it again.
Yeah. But you ended up settling on drums.
Yeah.
And I find that odd, because another thing from my perspective is I started on guitar, but really like over the course of time, I'm much more interested in bass and drums. I just think they're a bit more fun, definitely a little bit more easier to like just get the hang of for me. Like drums in particular, like it's almost like I just always it's almost like I just always understood them, and I've always understood rhythm, and I've always been like really good at keeping time generally. So it's actually ended on drums for me, but of course, I still play guitar. I still like to sing songs and do all that cool stuff. But for you, Thomas, it was always guitar, basically, right?
Yeah, it was always guitar, nothing else. I mean, I do enjoy drums. Sorry.
Yeah. No, sorry. What was the first song that you guys learned on guitar?
Ooh, good one.
Full song?
Yeah.
Seek and Destroy by Metallica.
Nice.
Good choice. Good choice.
It took me like 3 months.
Nice.
Really.
Yeah. So, there were really a couple of things for me, because for years and years and years, I learned riffs, but not whole songs.
Yeah.
And
well, that's the thing with guitar.
Yeah, you learn the riffs, and then eventually it evolves into whatever else it's gonna be. But like for me, I never had legitimate music lessons, so I never like learned the scales. So therefore, I never really learned how to do solos. It was always just kind of it was kind of like the same way I type on a keyboard, just like hunt and peck for like notes, pretty much. But like the first song that I ever like learned how to play all the way through, that's a tough one. But really like as in acoustic songs, because that's mostly what I ended up playing. That's actually like what I used to like go and play shows for. But for like acoustic songs, I think one of the first ones I learned all the way through was "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Pink Floyd's my favorite band, by the way. If anybody out there might be curious, it is Pink Floyd. So
it's Calborn's favorite too.
We'll get to that topic later.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. My dad asked me, do I remember the first 12-string song I played? Yeah, I played "Stairway to Heaven" while sitting on I sat on a bench at a music store, and I picked up a 12-string guitar, and I was playing "Stairway to Heaven," and my dad like walked in the music store, and then he heard me, and so he just bought the guitar like right there.
Nice.
He was like, "That's fucking awesome." Like, sorry, I need to stop cussing on stream so much, but either way.
Like he basically just saw the next, Jimmy Page.
Yeah, Jimmy Page.
Yeah, basically. but then all of my musical friends, like I've only had like 2 that ever like really wanted to go and do something.
Yeah.
But I mean, like even then, like it's always been hard to like keep people together to like actually like start a project or a group or do anything like that. But yeah, I think I'd call that the first song I ever played all the way through, and I played it at the 8th grade talent show, and I took 2nd place because I live in Tennessee, and another girl sang a gospel song. So she won.
Well, that's good.
Because we live in the Bible Belt.
Yeah, because
So
your song was too demonic. That was too like
demonic.
It was very demonic. It was very demonic.
Demonic. Demole.
So son, like what was the first one that you learned all the way through, whether it was a guitar or whatever instrument that it might have been?
First song, I think it was.
Okay. Whew. Listen,
Very good.
that was a rough one from Sunfire. That was not that was not your first song, okay?
No, it wasn't.
That was not it.
No, it was.
But how many times have you had to play that song on stream? Like, how many times have you actually like played it on stream after somebody rickrolled you with it?
That's
not
dude.
That many. Not that many.
I don't know. That song has so many views because of my channel.
Like,
doesn't count. But no,
you've not covered that song on stream?
I have covered it. Yes.
Okay. Just
times.
making sure.
Yeah, it's had to be played. Yeah, like some people are like, oh, it's technically like a really good song, even though it's a rickroll. But
it's such a good song.
It's a good song.
I catch myself singing it all the time because it's so catchy.
Yes, me too.
Yes, it's a good song. He has
We
really
are no
good
strangers to love. Every day, I'll just be in the car, like driving to work. You know the rule.
Yes, and the country version is the best. By
oh yeah, I need to learn how to actually play that song on guitar so I can do a legitimate country cover of it.
It's easy. It's really easy.
Is it?
Yes.
Send me the chords and I'll play it. Not today though. So I mentioned that my favorite band is Pink Floyd. You said Kelborn's favorite band is also Pink Floyd. Here in a moment, we're gonna try to steer away from the basic music questions, but we're already talking about it, so I want to talk about it some more.
It's good to say, you know, these basic things are very important.
Well, basic things are important, but you know what I'm saying. So my favorite
start basic to get, you know.
So my favorite band of all time is Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
I don't really even have to explain why. Pink Floyd is an amazing band. Yes. Everything that they've done has been good. I didn't really care for The Wall, the whole album. I didn't like the feel of it. The theme was a little bit too political for me, and I didn't really care for the style. But everything they've done, in my opinion, is amazing. Now, who are your favorite bands? Whoever wants to talk can talk about it.
Thomas, you can go first.
Oh. Okay. We have a gentleman. Ladies can go first.
I don't know. There's so many good bands. My favorite band lately and still since 2014 when I found about them, it's Periphery.
Ooh, Periphery's good.
Yes. So I've been into Gent ever since I found them, and Meshuggah, but like Meshuggah's not a favorite band. They're just, oh god, every time somebody goes play Bleed, like
I was about to say that.
Don't.
So
I will get there one day. Please? I cannot play Bleed. Like I can't play Bleed yet, but I'm still working on Dragon Force. Okay.
So you probably love gent music as much as I do.
Oh yeah, I love.
But you can't play it on stream because
I cannot.
Because it's impossible to try to follow unless you know the song.
Unless you gotta practice, a lot pretty much every day. That song, the songs that it's just always changing polyrhythms everywhere. But because I know the song so well, I can kind of follow it, but I know how it sounds. I just cannot execute it because of my muscle memory. That it's not very good there, where I cannot keep like a beat that is like really, really different from my left hand and compared to my right hand, because my brain is not used to that.
Right.
Because you have to like separate all your limbs into like one single mind. Every single limb has its own mind.
And every single limb's also doing its own polyrhythm at the same time whenever you're playing gent.
That's pretty much my next challenge, is to get more into gent, but I'm still, trying to learn the Dance of Eternity and, getting up there with those requests.
Right.
But,
very easy song, by the way. Dance of
Eternity. I requested the Dance of Eternity on Floop's stream yesterday, and he plays it like it's just butter. Like it's like a piece of cake for him. It's awesome. Like he's so good. But
I haven't seen him play that one.
Oh man, I requested it yesterday, but yeah. Anyways, I think my favorite band is Periphery, and then I would say Avenged Sevenfold will still be one of my favorites, but ever since the Rev passed away, I haven't really listened to their new stuff because it's not the same without
it. Hasn't been the same.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And anything that's after Nightmare, I just don't listen to. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even if Nightmare doesn't have the Rev in it, it's Mike Portnoy, and it was a really good album.
Mm-hmm.
But,
No, still Mike Portnoy.
yeah. I was
So-
really into Protest the Hero. I don't know if you know them.
I know of them. I never
Yeah,
I never like
know of
really got into listening to them.
Yeah.
So
Anyways.
Thomas, it's your turn. Who's your favorite?
Okay. My all-time favorite it's Queen, by far.
Okay.
I've been listening to them like since I was like 8, I think.
Uh-huh.
I'm listening to Queen, like forever. But for guitar playing,
Mm-hmm.
I think it is Dream Theater, most probably.
I can get that.
Yeah, Dream Theater.
Dream Theater.
Yeah.
For
Until
anybody in
Portnoy
chat.
left the band.
For anybody
After
in
Mike
chat
left, it was like
who doesn't know who Dream Theater is, suck it.
What? Fuck it. Okay. Well then, Pigeon,
No,
thanks.
seriously, look up some Dream Theater because
Mhm.
Yeah.
you will be
They're
impressed.
insane.
It's weird because everybody knows, like, guarantee everybody knows the Dream Theater song, but like nobody knows who they are.
Yeah.
And I find
Yeah,
that so
like, that's
strange
true.
about them. But like they were very far ahead of their time whenever they were coming out.
Yeah.
Math rock
They've been
didn't
playing
exist.
They've been playing for 25 years. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Imagine
That's a
being
lot
in a
of
band
time.
with the same people of 25 years. Well, they recently just. When did they replace the drummer? Like 5 years ago?
2010.
I've barely known my parents for like 25 years. You know?
Barely.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm 26 now. My first memory was when I was 2 years old. So, yeah, like, barely 25 years, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But which, by the way, my first memory was on my second birthday of my face getting shoved into a cake and me crying about it.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
it was
Good
it was it was a very rough entrance into life, and that has transferred throughout the rest of it as well.
First memories, like not a happy one. That's nice.
Yeah.
Which, like, I just remember being like so happy for the cake and like a thought going through my head, which was, man, I hope they don't shove my face in this cake. There it goes.
How
then,
were
like, and
you
I was
even
just like,
thinking about that
but
happening?
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Like 2
so
years old.
so it's weird, right? Like, that's my first memory,
Yeah.
but I know that I was having thoughts before then because I had that thought, and I remember specifically having that thought. So my brain was working before then, and like I know that I've probably, like it was probably like on TV or something, and I saw it happen, and then like a couple weeks later, maybe the next day, I even got a cake, and I was like, "Oh, this is awesome! I got a cake. I hope they don't shove my face."
Who did that? Your cousin?
I think it was
It's
my. I think it was my. It was one of my aunts. I think. I'm not sure.
Oh, an aunt with a 2-year-old on the
Come
cake.
on.
I mean, maybe. We were all a really
It's
close
always-
and cool and happy family, I guess.
It's always that one cousin that people don't pay attention to much, and her name is Karen.
Yeah.
Karen. Hey,
Why Karen?
Papa Smurf. Do I have a cousin Karen?
Karen.
Out of
God damn it,
curiosity,
Karen.
it was
Tammy.
it was my aunt Tammy.
And tell me.
That's who did it.
Okay.
Oh well.
I'll never forgive you. That's my first
It's life,
memory,
Get used to it.
and it was traumatizing.
I don't
And
know what my
now
first
I deal
memory
with it
was.
every day of my life.
I don't know if it's I know one of my early memories, and they're not good. They're usually like really dramatic memories. Like when I was having a tantrum when I was 4 years old, and I kicked one of the glass doors at my grandparents' house, and then I opened up my knee, and I had to have 10 stitches in it, and I was 4. But I don't remember much. Around that time, it's only that time.
Since we're on the
Always-
topic, Thomas, what's your first memory?
Very music.
Basic questions.
No, my first memory, I think it was when going to kindergarten, I think, when I was like 3 years old, 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I was very
But
happy.
nothing like traumatic, like getting my face shoved into a...
Were you
it's okay.
skipping with your lonchera, little lunchbox
Yeah,
with like
more or less.
Spider-Man? Oh,
More like
my,
sleeping with my
Dude.
lonchera.
one of my lunch boxes had Power Rangers on it. It was
Ooh.
awesome.
Power Rangers was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. That was my favorite show, like right
Yeah,
after I
mine
got a
too.
little too old for Barney.
And it stunk like banana. Every time they put banana in it, I'd be like, what the fuck? It stunk so bad.
Baylor says you were 3 in kindergarten. WTF?
Who?
Is that when they start kindergarten over there in places that ain't the Lord's country?
Language barrier. Come on, Failure. Give me a break.
No, I think yeah, you start kindergarten when you're what, 5?
Yeah, it's 5.
Yeah.
Because when you're 4, you're technically in daycare or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's...
Or no.
No, but it was like a school. It was a school.
I remember when I turned 6, I thought I was going into first grade. I was in kindergarten at 5, and I thought that when I turned 6, I was going into first grade. I was like, "What's the deal?"
Okay,
I'm 6 now.
Okay.
Preschool. Yeah.
All right, so
okay, language barrier. Come on, give me a break, Failure.
So back to the music questions, and this is it's a section of 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
So first off, the first concert that's racist.
Okay, what?
Yeah, that's racist.
Okay, so what was the
first concert? That's racist.
Wait. Your father kind of reminds me of my dad because he'll say things that are not necessarily good sometimes, and he'll
not TOS friendly.
No filter. Like I'm gonna tell you one story. Like they were in the car with my sister, and my friend's sister was on the car, and he's like, "Oh, she's funny looking because she has pink kind of looking face and a big nose." Like what? And she's in the car, and my sister's like, "Why would you say that? That she has a big nose?"
He's like, I didn't. Dad says bullshit. They're in kindergarten at 2. It's not racist. It's stereotypical truth. There's a big difference.
I like when parents are just no filter, and then they embarrass you.
My dad's no filter 100% of the time.
It's fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Makes up for good parties.
Yeah, I guess.
No, but they embarrass you in front of all your friends. Come on.
Yeah.
My dad hasn't embarrassed me. I don't know if I've ever actually been embarrassed by my dad.
Have you been embarrassed by your dad more than your mom?
My mom's never embarrassed me. My mom's a very nice lady.
That's nice.
Nice.
Hello, Pedro in Ski. How are you?
Filter broke.
Yeah.
We parents have earned the right to throw out the filter. Listen, I don't know anything about being a parent, and I'm okay with that for now.
Well, I think that because you go through so much and you grow as a person, you kind of just F it. I mean, kind of like life is hard sometimes because children are hard, and you're just like you say it how it is. Mother effer every time.
Baylor says, "Oh, he's definitely embarrassed you in front of me." Listen, he's only talked like smack in front of me, but that's the problem. You get her and my parents together, and all they do is talk smack about me the entire time. That's all they do is like they just talk down to me like I'm a lesser human.
Oh.
And like I'm okay with it because like I've been made fun of a lot, and like she like there's a lot of times when like we'll be like laying in bed or something, and like she'll like reach over and like just put her hand on like any portion of my torso. It could be like my arm, it could be like my ribs, and like I'll like jump and like get all like worried and scared because like my dad messed with me for so many years, just like poking and prodding, and like and like tickling and like hitting those like nerve pressure points and stuff, and it's just he goes, I've never done that. That's a lie. I can't tell you how many times like we'd just be sitting there like riding in the car, and he would just like out of nowhere just take a hand off the wheel and just boom, just like grab me like right on the knee and start like squeezing it really hard and scare the hell out of me.
Dude, yes, my dad did the same.
Really?
Is that just a universal dad thing? Have all dads done that for all of time?
Yes.
You know what he would do a lot? Every time that I had like bad posture, if my back wasn't straight, he'd hate that because my aunt has a really big like hunchback. So he's like, you're not gonna end up like your aunt. So he goes and
You're not gonna look like that vile woman.
Yeah, basically, he gets his fat finger and just pokes me in the back like stand up straight, like on my back, like it feels like a knife. Can you not hurt me, please? Like, poking me so hard. But like, I don't know, dude. It's like, why would you? We're in the middle of the bank doing like a transaction for something, and then I'm in the middle, like around a lot of people, or even at like a party, because I had parties at my house a lot, and he'd be there. I actually have a photo of him like DJing. It's really fun. But he'd do that in front of my friends.
It's like, get in it. Stand up straight. I think it's funny because Dad typed in chat. Sorry, Papa Smurf 813 typed in chat and said I was teaching you pressure points and surprise. He definitely taught me the art of surprise and the art of pressure points, because after I grew up and after I started having friends who were all males and all we ever do is just make fun of each other, because that's how male friends are. I don't know if that is that way with everybody, but like all my male friends are douchebags, just the same as me. So like I think it was because all of our dads did that to us that like we were able to mess with each other so much. Like we always did this thing, and like we don't know why we said it, but we would say udders and just like take both of our hands and just like jab them into each other's ribs, like from the back, like right in the kidneys, and we'd say udders.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know why it was called udders, but we did it.
Why udders?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of like what would I would do? I'd be like awkward turtle, and people would do this thing or whatever. That's my thing, not udders.
Girls were always different though.
I don't. What is the awkward turtle thing?
Because when girls are friends, they don't generally like cause each other physical harm for fun.
Oh my god, no! I used to have a friend that was very physical. Like she would hit me, like "I love you," and I'd be like, "Get away, stop."
But okay, it's not nearly as common. But like male friends, like for some, which my friends never did this, but like I knew like so many guys that would just like have like slap boxing contests, and they would just like get it and they would just slap the hell out of each other for fun. Like they would do that, or like, you know, just like punch each other in the arm as hard as they can until like the last person can't punch anymore.
That one,
And then like whenever they get done, like their arms are like falling off to their sides, like they've basically disconnected their arms. They're like, yeah, good game, bro.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they do that. But listen, off of that topic and back onto the music topic. So I'm gonna ask this to Thomas first, and thank you, son. Thank you. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Have you seen
Sam?
this?
Oh, it's a dog. That's a sleeping dog.
Are you looking at that?
Oh, there he is.
Okay, I'm done.
Listen, if it's a dog, I always say there he is.
She woke up.
Whether it's a she or a he, doesn't matter. There he is.
She heard me. Okay, I hope she doesn't wake up. But
all right, so Thomas, on the topic of concerts, because this is kind of a two-part question. We'll go through the first question, then we'll come back and we'll do the second one. So, as far as concerts are concerned, what was the first larger concert you went to? Like not necessarily like a little local gig, but like if you've been to a concert. Well, not necessarily stadium, but like, you know, a widely known band or performing act of some sort. What was like the first thing?
The first one. Robbie Williams, I think.
Wait, Robin Williams?
Robbie Williams.
Robbie Williams.
Robbie Williams.
I was gifted the tickets.
Not Robin Williams.
No, not the comedian.
Hey, psycho!
No.
Not the actor.
Which, like, I would have accepted that as an answer.
Yeah. But Robbie Williams, like, I only know that one song, like Rock DJ.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I knew like 3 songs of him, but I was gifted the tickets.
That's your first show, huh?
Yeah.
Did anybody else play that show?
No, I don't think so.
Huh.
No, it was like a full stadium show. Like it was.
It was him.
It was awesome.
It was that, and that's why you went there.
Yeah.
All right. So Robbie Williams for Thomas. So son, if you've been to a nice big concert of a widely known act, who was it? The first one that you ever went to? Really?
Shakira.
Shakira.
In Dominican Republic.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I guess it was the 90s at one point.
The 90s?
Or was it the 90s when that happened?
No, I was in 5th grade or so. Wait, yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
So it was either way, so Shakira, what was the experience like? Was it amazing?
Dude, no, I was far away. Like I
Oh.
I saw her as a little tiny thing.
So like you kind of heard like the faint
My
faint
dog just
music.
farted, sorry. No, I heard everything fine. And I just couldn't see her very well. But there was a big screen where obviously there's every concert there's a big screen so you see the performer. But you have to look up at the screen and you're not able to see them
Right.
like in front of you because they're so far away because
Yeah.
those seats are cheap. So.
But I mean, hey, cheap seats for like the experience. Be like, I went and seen Shakira, bitches.
Yeah.
Keep going. If you had something else.
No, I was thinking what else like was like so. I don't know. I did see Black Eyed Peas. In Costa Rica, and then I don't know, man. I can't remember my first concerts, but they were definitely pop. Like
like definitive teenage girl or preteen girl pop music.
Yeah, I would say I went to a lot of concerts in 2014. I spent so much money on concerts that I had to calm down. I think my dad was so pissed at me for like using his credit cards for that. But I went to a lot of shows. And I saw Lamb of God, Periphery like 6 times, like Deftones. I went through so much like metal shows because
welcome and thank you for being here, Tim.
I was in New York City,
How
so
you doing
today,
perfect. Brother?
But then
it does look like you got some homies
so I don't
in here.
really have to anymore, so I don't need to. I don't really. I miss it, but it's not like I have to go see. Like Slipknot was playing 40 minutes ago. Or they're playing in August 40 minutes ago, but it's not like I'm dying. I think when I was oh my god, I was like such a big fan of Avenged Sevenfold back then that I made my dad fly us over to Miami when I was a 9th grader, and I was such a spoiled brat in 9th grade. I told him like I will do everything and I'll clean everything, just please let's go see Avenged Sevenfold.
Right.
And he was like
I will clean everything. I will clean anything.
I will clean the house forever. And he ended up saying yes. I told him like, how come you let me like be such a spoiled person and you actually took us to Miami? Like, dude, you should have put me in like in jail for like, bad behavior. I wrote him a letter.
Hey, listen. It looks like Sick Psycho just gifted Tim a holic. A sub in my yes, round of applause. Psycho, that is the 45th gifted sub he has put into my stream.
That's
And
awesome.
I don't even know, like at this point I just want to tell him to stop and don't do it anymore, but but I mean, hey, thanks. So my first big concert that I ever went to, which like I always lived like in rural areas, and it was definitely tougher for me to like go to concerts. But I'd say like the first big one that I ever went to. Oh man, it's difficult to remember because I know I've seen multiple shows of this place, but I believe there was this one weird band that I don't remember the name of. They were kind of like a punk act, but then also, God, what was it? I can't remember if it was Born of Osiris and August Burns Red.
Those are both really heavy.
But no, that's right. Okay, so I think the first one I went to was Born of Osiris, All Shall Perish, and God, I can't remember who the last one was. Like I know I went to one where August Burns Red was the headlining act.
Usually they play with like Buried. What's it called?
Buried and Me.
Between the Buried and Me, if it's maybe like textures or intervals or.
This was like way back. This is like August Burns Red, like first maybe second album, like way back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it was one of those. I went with my friends. They were like, hey, they're playing this and they're doing. No, I remember. It was All That Remains, August Burns Red, and there was one other band, and I think that was the weird band. And then the second show that I went there was like the next summer, and that was with Born of Osiris, and All Shall Perish, not All That Remains.
Yeah,
I got it. But yeah,
dude, you're a metalhead.
Yeah,
you don't look like one.
I'm wearing a Chelsea Grin T-shirt right now. I've got on the last stream I was wearing a Cattle Decapitation T-shirt, which I've never even listened to their music, but the T-shirt was cool.
Reminds me, That reminds me of the video of Jared Dines trying to decipher like the titles of like
Yeah.
these bands with their,
Yeah.
their logos
Yeah,
just
it's
looking
awesome.
like crap. Like,
Let me go get this shirt real quick. Everybody just hang tight.
dude, there's some bands that you look at their logo and it's literally like 3 branches just stacked up. Like, you can't read them. They're unlegible.
No,
like,
no,
how
they're
how
impossible.
what's the purpose of having a band that you can't really read their band name?
there was a little butt crack. It's fine. A little butt crack never hurt anybody.
But anyway, they can look cool too.
The Kraken.
Cattle decapitation.
Yeah, here, look at this shirt. Let's see if I can figure out how to get this on here the right way. So this is the shirt. It looks like this. It says cattle decapitation, and it's got koala bears devouring a man. With a small jar of Vegemite.
Bears?
He's reaching for Vegemite.
What the hell?
And
That is so
and
funny.
like I said, I've got to get that shirt. I think it was after Failer and I.
That's
Yes, but I already threw the shirt. I'm sorry. It also has something on the back, but I don't like it as much as I do the front.
Well, what's the are they from like what's the meaning of the Vegemite?
Primo just gifted a sub to Alex.
Nice.
Hey.
Round of applause, thank you. You now have
They said
access
round
to
of
my
applause
emails.
bacon.
Round of applause, bacon. Well, that too.
Yeah.
Bacon is like, come on, son.
So
round of applause to Mexico.
but I don't
Get on that way.
I don't like cattle decapitation as a band. That's
I don't
not
listen to them.
it's not my
No,
style of metal. It's
either.
just a little bit too like I know how strange it's gonna sound, but it's not musical enough. When
Same, like
when
that, I think
most of
that.
the other
Yeah.
metal that I listen to, like I like really heavy metal, like some of my favorite bands, like honestly, like old Chelsea Grin, Oceano, like really like death metal, deathcore bands, Infant Annihilator.
Okay.
But like even Infant Annihilator is more musical than Cattle Decapitation.
Yeah.
So
Well, I don't
yeah.
know those bands. But
You don't know
this
Infant
one that-
Annihilator? Ooh.
Not really.
No,
It's
me
just
neither.
I don't listen to.
Ooh.
I always tell people like I have to have in metal I have to have like some sort of melody that like kind of goes well with like the heavy screaming.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because if there's a lot of screaming, sure, maybe the guitar and the riffs make up for it, and it's not always the
Riffs?
same like like it's always like the entire time. But if the guy changes from like to like or, it kind of just puts everything together nicely because you have melody and heavy at the same time. So that's why I like Killswitch Engage, Slipknot. I like Periphery
Right,
for
right.
that, Lamb of
Yeah.
God. Even like the guy from Lamb of God, Randy doesn't really like do a lot of melody, but
Mhm.
he's still pretty good because of the
Yeah.
guitars and. But
Yeah.
anyways,
So
I was gonna say,
go ahead.
you know, Suicidal Tendencies, or no, what's it called?
Yeah, Suicidal Tendencies.
Yeah, Suicidal Genesis.
That's a
No,
band.
it's not them. No, it's not them. It's Oh no. Do you know which band took the recording from the girl being attacked by the chimpanzee and made it into a song?
I don't.
What?
Yes, there's a song, and I forgot which band did that.
See, Suicidal Tendencies, that was a punk
oh,
band.
No, yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not that one.
Well,
It's
hardcore.
Goddamn. Hold up. I'll remember. But
okay,
yeah,
okay,
there's this
alright, alright.
band,
So
and they did that. They just took the
while,
audio.
while you find that, my
Yeah.
dad asked me a question a few minutes ago in the chat. It was about 5 minutes ago, and it's actually a good question. Have you ever met a music? Have you ever met a music? Have you ever met a musician, a person that actually had a top 10 like song? Have you met like a big musician and been like, "Hello, can I take a picture with you?"
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Have you? Anybody?
Like you have somebody that just comes up to you and takes a picture with you.
Well, no. He's asking
No.
like
If you met like a musician.
like a big person.
Oh,
Yeah.
like
you know.
asking them for a photo.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
or something like that. And who-
yeah.
and
the
who was that?
singer
Was that
from
Shakira?
Slipknot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Corey Taylor.
You met Corey
Corey
Taylor,
Taylor.
yeah.
All right.
Corey Taylor and the singer from Sixth. I don't think you guys know that band.
Yeah, I
um,
know that band.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
And then, who else? I definitely have other celebrity photos. What the hell's wrong? My voice is just. Not that-
Let's
I
see.
can't remember, but I think Corey Taylor is the biggest one so far.
And Thomas, anything
me.
from you?
I met Nita Strauss, who is the
Uh-huh.
guitar player for Alice Cooper.
Oh, cool.
And probably don't know this musician because he's from Argentina. He's Julian
Had to
Barret.
scratch my back.
who is the guitar player for Tarja Turunen. I don't know if you know her. The singer from Nightwish.
Oh,
The
yeah.
previous singer from Nightwish. He is the guitar player for all her shows on South America.
I've never met anybody like really famous. Like I legitimately haven't. Like I think
I have a photo with Logan Paul. It's true.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
Does he count?
Tell your story, Pigeon, and I'll tell mine.
I was just gonna say, like, I've never met anybody famous. Like, the most famous people that I've met have been like in the vaping community, because like, but back whenever I worked for the vape shop, my final position that I had with them was wholesale account representative / manager. So like, it was part of my job to like go around and like we went to like all these conventions and stuff to like, you know, try to like sell like business to business, that kind of thing. And like, you know, I met like all the famous vape people, like all the famous big vape YouTubers and all that stuff. And yeah, so it's like that was cool. But like, that's the most famous people that I think I've ever met.
That's a small
Have
niche.
you known the? Have you met the creator of Vape Connect?
Yeah, not in person.
Oh my God.
Not in person, but I have exchanged words with him.
Very cool dude.
Said something. Dad says I've actually met musicians that are genres from country all the way up to rock and roll for the 50s, 70s, and 80s. So like I don't know. My dad's talked about like so many people that he's met. Like he's from the same general area that like and this is just a story that I kind of recall. Like he used to party like right up the road from the same place that like Axl Rose used to party at or something.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember that. Wait. Hold on. Ray Peterson. He had hits in the 50s and 60s, and he also went with... Wait, is that Ray Johnny Thunder? I don't understand. Poor
With
Typos.
Ray. With Ray, comma.
Ray. Well, you can call me Ray. Okay, you went fishing with Ray, Johnny Thunder, and John Anderson. Does anybody else in the chat know who John Anderson is?
No.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to send you guys a link. Not right now. I will send it later.
He's going to rickroll you. He's going to rickroll you.
I'm not gonna rickroll anybody because I said I'm not gonna send the link. Listen, my rickrolls are definitely much more thought out than that. I'm still designing the perfect one, by the way.
Oh.
So yeah, that's in the thing.
I'm not opening that link, Pigeon. If you send it to me,
I'm not.
I will not open it.
Oh, speaking of famous people, since I was in New York City, there's so many opportunities to come across somebody famous. I just saw two people kind of far away.
Okay.
It was, what's her name from like Sex and the City that looks like a horse?
Jessica Parker.
Yeah, Jessica.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica Parker
That's
with her
it.
two children. And then I saw Cameron Diaz in a car filming a commercial. But Logan Paul just walked into Panera. I was sitting in Panera and he just walked into Panera because he was doing a vlog, and I used to just watch his vlogs, and don't judge me.
It was before the time. It was before the time.
Before he became a douchebag, okay?
Right,
it was actually entertaining.
I guarantee he was still a douchebag, but it was before everybody knew about it.
Like he was still pretty obnoxious, but he became worse. Anyways, so he walks into Panera and there's people like, "Oh my God, it's Logan Paul!" And then I just, I was like, "Yo, Logan!" After everybody left him alone, I was like, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Can I take a picture with you?" Whatever, because my sister was into him as well. So I sent her the picture after. She's like, "Oh my God." But he's like, before the picture, oh no, it was like a short video that we recorded together, like one of those like Instagram like shorties. Yeah. And then he's like, before we take it, do you know how to dab? And I'm like, okay, of course.
Oh, come on, son.
You dabbed with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
No.
All right, listen. I think this is just going to be a one-on-one interview between me and Thomas from here on out. So
bye.
Bye, son.
I'm just kidding.
Dude,
but
before the time, I didn't think dabbing was such a bad thing.
I dab all the time.
I don't.
Dabbing is not a bad thing, but dabbing with Logan Paul, that might be an irreversible offense.
That's bad, really bad.
I hope this doesn't get out whenever you start to whenever. like whenever you do hit partner and you start getting like all kinds of like subs and like so much more money, and then like you start getting big as being a drummer on Twitch. I hope this doesn't get out, but I am gonna put it on YouTube.
I don't care. I don't care.
Oh, she doesn't care.
It's better to tell you guys all my literally little secrets, you know, of what happened in my life, and instead of just keeping the secrets of Logan Paul. I'll tell you all.
Hey, can we get Logan Paul in chat? Can somebody holler at him and get him in chat? So listen, I just want to get his side of the story. I want to know like just how much he was actually like fangirling, or if it was just like a hey Logan.
It was mostly for my sister, because she was pretty much into his vines.
Yeah,
before he became I swear, because before he became a big
I get
YouTuber,
it.
He was a big like Vine guy, and he was actually like more, you know, funny than other Viners. But the Viners
Ghost, thank you for
became
hopping in my
famous,
chat,
and
man.
then Vine
I appreciate
closed,
that. I
and
love
then
you.
they moved from Vine to YouTube, and that's why they became vloggers. And yeah,
right.
So I just was like, come on, I'm in New York City. I'm waiting for somebody to show up to Panera, and they're late, so might as well do something here. Like, I'm gonna take a picture with this bitch.
All right, I genuinely think you might be downplaying your enthusiasm a little bit, but it's fine. I'll let it slide this time. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Okay,
do you remember Glozell?
No, I do not.
Never mind.
I have no idea what that is.
She's another YouTuber.
I've never heard of that in my life.
No.
Okay, well,
Glozell.
Failer loves Glozell, apparently.
Yeah. She did a cinnamon challenge. Oh god, so stupid.
Oh,
Who
okay.
is she?
It's just she's another YouTuber.
Is she just like a YouTube dabber? Another one?
No, she's older and she's a little bit more mature, but also kind of dumb, because she's very loud, and I cannot watch her for more than 3 seconds. But she's another person that I saw in Boston.
Right.
'Cause I used to live in Boston too, and who else was in Boston that I saw? I can't remember.
Did you compete in the Boston Dabathon?
What?
With Logan Paul?
With Boston
No,
Dabathon?
no, don't tell me that happened.
No, it doesn't exist. It was a joke.
Oh.
It was a bad joke. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll just. I'm gonna let that one slide like it never happened.
Speaking of athons, marathon, the one that happened in Boston that was really bad. I was living in Boston when that happened. It was really scary.
Oh damn.
What?
That's got to be scary.
I heard a lot of policemen like just going back and forth, and they told us don't leave your house because that guy was still like on the run and stuff. So
dude.
Yeah, fun fact.
That's interesting.
Anyways, Boston strong, guys.
My dad says, "Good show, son. You might be another Howard Stern." It's funny because Howard Stern is such a good interviewer that he is somebody to look up to, you know, in the interviewing community. Has anybody like ever like really sat down and like watched Howard Stern, but like not the stuff that was like on like late night TV with like blurred out boobs?
Really no, not really. I mean, I know who he is, but no, I haven't seen
him
that much.
Well, I'm gonna find some of my favorite Howard Stern moments, like some of the stuff like back in the '90s when like he would have like, you know, big bands come on to like do like acoustic stuff. Like I remember one time he had the Foo Fighters. It was basically just Dave Grohl, and he played My Hero or There Goes My Hero, whichever one it's actually called. But he played that acoustic, and it was a really, really good. So yeah, honestly, like Howard Stern's a really, really good interviewer, and I do kind of appreciate and slightly admire him for it. But on to the next question that was supposed to be there, and this is a question that I actually thought about, like as soon as I thought about having like musicians on here, and it's about gigs. All right, now Thomas, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with you first. So, was your first gig a good experience?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
I mean, it was like a school concert, actually.
Okay.
It was like my first year of playing guitar.
Uh-huh.
I remember being like super nervous.
Right.
But it wasn't like really bad. It wasn't my worst gig.
Wasn't okay. But that was a school show. I'm gonna assume you didn't get paid for that.
No, I didn't get paid for that.
So how about your first paying gig? What was that an experience, or like what did like how did the crowd react, etc., etc., that kind of stuff?
You mean like what, band?
Yeah,
gig?
sure. Yeah,
Or-
sure. Band,
Okay.
paid, whatever it may be.
Okay, not like a session musician paid gig.
Yeah,
right?
right.
Okay. No, it was like in a bar, like 3 a.m., something like that, with my band Hard to Kill.
Uh-huh. Great band name, by the way.
Thank you. Like it was like a shitty gig. It was a shitty gig. We played quite well, but we had like 5 people here in the venue only, because it was like 4 in the morning in a very shitty venue.
Was anybody feeling it?
Yeah, kind of.
Kinda. Like you
Kinda,
probably had a couple.
yeah.
Like whenever I go to a show, like even if I like really enjoy the music, like I just kind of like sit there and like bob my head, a little bit. It's like
yeah,
hell yeah, this is. I'm like, this is great, with like a blank expression on my face, like, yep, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I mean, most of them were friends of ours.
Right.
But
Same for my first one.
Yeah, but
It's
I
always
remember
friends,
the venue
right?
was so bad. Yeah,
Friends
but
are
the venue
always
was so bad.
the
so
first
bad.
audience there. Like, please come.
Yeah, in every band,
Yeah.
it's like friends most of all.
All right, so would you call that one your worst gig?
No,
You would
I had
not.
my worst gig like last year.
Okay.
Why?
So yeah, why was that one so bad?
It was like, seriously, it was so bad. It was like, no, really, no, it was horrible. It was like
Okay,
a
tell me. I
festival
can't wait.
for- I know. Hey, wait.
Keep saying it's so
Um,
bad. It was so bad.
It was
No, dude,
so
it was
bad.
so bad. It was
Yeah, but-
for a festival tribute to a very famous musician here from Argentina called Spinetta. And with the band that I was in, we just decided to play in that venue. And we were going to play like only 4 songs, more or less. We didn't have any sound check because, of course, it's a festival.
Yeah.
There were like 300 people, 400, more or less, in that venue.
Right.
And at that time, we were having like problems with the drummer. He didn't actually learn the songs really well.
He was just kind of like, eh.
And
No.
the only musician who can't fuck up in the show.
Yeah.
It's the only one who can't fuck up. He played so bad.
Damn, dude. It's like the rhythm
So bad.
of,
Yeah.
it's just.
It's the base of everything.
And like you know how it feels when like your drummer messes up, because like I've been playing in bands and like the drummer messes up and you just have to turn around and be like, bro,
I know the feeling.
it's like
okay, even as
it's not that hard, please.
even
No,
as a
but-
solo person on a stream, like me, when I mess up,
But
I
it's
just wanna-
different.
Yeah, because then
freaking
it
go
takes
away.
like 2 measures to like get back into it.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah,
That's
but
the,
you have the song behind you.
Yeah.
You didn't have anything.
Oh no! So you had to
It
kind
was
of get
like-
back on it, even if he didn't
Yeah.
know where to like pick from.
Yeah.
pick up-
Yeah.
pick
We
up
were
from.
doing like the dead man face. We were
Mhm.
killing the guy with our.
just like
Oh, no.
everybody
It was
just like
like,
turns
dude,
around
it
back
was
to the crowd, just
so-
like watches the drummer.
Yeah.
It was horrible for me. It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was like my dad went to see me also. It
Uh-huh.
was like it's been like a really long time since he saw me
We'll
play live.
we'll get to your questions
I was like,
momentarily.
Fuck,
Damn.
dude. No. It was horrible.
Well, I feel bad that was your worst gig. Now,
Yeah.
a quick recap of your best gig. I'm assuming this is probably how it went. It was a nice show. Everybody played really well. You had a wonderful time, and you got paid for it.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
That's it. Okay.
My first paying job as a session musician. Yeah.
So like I guess. All right. So okay. Now, son.
Yeah.
Now, I'm thinking that I'm feeling as if I may be correct on this, but you've never had like an actual like musical, paying. Come here and play music for these people.
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yeah, I
Okay.
used to have a band. I used to be in a band.
Well, see, now we're learning things, everybody.
Oh, you didn't know?
Not really, no.
You didn't.
No,
Oh.
I scoured your Instagram. I went all the way to the bottom of your Instagram. looking for like something.
He's stalking you.
No, it's fine, but like I do have band photos in there.
You do?
You do?
Do I?
I must
It's been
have
a
like.
while.
Okay, listen.
No, that was like 2 years ago.
Instagram off to the side. I did look there, and and like maybe I just skipped over it. Maybe it was like, oh my God, there's like 17,000 pictures on here. Like I've got to like.
I do have a lot of photos. I do have a lot of photos. So, dude, I have 2,000 photos. Okay, so I'm scrolling. I'm still.
2,000, more like 3,000.
Or more, yeah, something like that.
Just closer to 3,000.
Dude,
But
3,000.
as I'm scrolling, I'll tell the
I've got, like,
story.
8.
I can't see it because it's covering it. But right now I'm scrolling through it because I want to find. I found it right here.
Okay.
You have to scroll down all the way to January 23rd, 2017. Hold up.
2017.
Yeah. So I mean, this is my guitarist. I'm in the back.
Ah.
Yeah.
But
Like every
yeah.
drama.
We used to play, dude, and we used to get paid, but that money went towards like studio rent. So I
Okay,
didn't
so in
touch
Costa
that
Rica,
money.
you get paid?
No, that was in
playing in
Long
the
Island.
Oh.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
Yeah. No, dude. We don't get paid here.
Really?
Like,
At
you
what-
have to pay to play.
Oh, right. Wait. No, hold up.
Yeah.
Ugh.
How is it? You have to, because when you get tickets, you have to pay for those tickets. No, hold
Yeah.
up. So let's say if a venue for us in Long Island or in New York City,
Yeah.
when we got a venue, hey, you guys are able to play this day. Okay, confirm that you can play there, day and
No,
time.
it's like an
okay,
arcade.
they give you all the tickets, and then they have to meet a certain quota. So they give you like 40 tickets, and then we have to divide all those tickets between all the band members. And then if we don't get rid of the tickets, so we tell our friends, hey guys, can you please buy a ticket so you can come see us?
Uh-huh.
And then if we had leftover tickets that we didn't sell, we have to use our own pocket money to cover for that. Get it? So that's the only way. That was the only way that we could perform.
Listen. I'll say this.
So-
That sucks, and I'll tell you why here in
that
a little
sucks. Yeah.
bit. But okay, so
That's a
okay.
reality nowadays.
First part of the question. What was your first gig like? Was it a good experience, a bad experience? Did everybody play well, or like what was it? Just kind of like
Okay.
a cluster of everything trying to happen at once, and everybody being too nervous to do anything about it.
See if I can find a photo. I do have the photo of my first gig, and as I'm getting at it, it was decent for my first time, and for everybody's, like, they had played before me, but for me it was my first time in a very long time. And I had to deal with the kit that they had provided for the drummer because we weren't able to bring our own kit. They were like, we have the house kit, you can bring your own snare and your cymbals, but we just we didn't bring all of it, so we had to like just pray to God that they had like a ride and at least a hi-hat.
Yeah.
And dude, it wasn't that good, but
The
we made it work.
jankiest used cymbals.
Yeah.
It was it sounded like crap, dude, but it was good. It worked out for what it was.
Yeah.
I'm still scrolling. I can't find that day, but it was a small venue type of bar, and my friend was able to come from Boston to see me, so that was probably like one of the coolest things. That a few friends were there, and I don't know, it was my first time, and I was super nervous too. So
Oh
I did
yeah,
mess up
definitely.
a little bit.
Yeah.
So that was your first one. Now.
Yeah.
So what was your worst one?
My worst one?
Yeah.
Hold up. I think it wasn't because of me, but it was the worst one according to my other bandmates because the monitors weren't working very well, and the guitars they couldn't hear the guitars well, and the voice of the microphone for the singer was very low, so they couldn't hear him. So the volumes were terrible, and
well, that happens all the time.
yeah. But I don't know. For me personally, like I think I must have.
People can drum on buckets. They can, and it sounds really good. I agree with you.
It was very uncomfortable for me to reach over, like because I had to use the house kit for once, one of the venues, and it was very awkward, and it did mess up a few times. And I think I dropped the stick a few times too, and I had extra sticks like for backup, but yeah. For one time, I had a GoPro on my forehead to film everything. Which was cool, but...
Whoa, nice.
I bet that looked like ridiculous, but it was still cool.
It looked funny. Yeah, I'm still looking for that day, but I can't find it. There's another photo here, but you can't see me. Those were the guitarist and the bassist.
Okay, very strange, very strange thing in chat.
Nice.
Where do I call in? Cause this blows. Arg, I am seeking the elusive vitamin C, sailing the seas. of mediocrity on Twitch TV, so I have bequeathed to follow upon thee. May God bless your travels on these tempestuous
Hello? Oh,
seas
there
of
we
Twitch
are.
TV.
They let me right in
Whoa.
here. Listen to that guy. He's got way too much Vox going on. You got a shitty voice, and a voice processor isn't going to help you much.
What? Okay, cool. So long. All right.
Okay.
That's so weird. Like I've got permissions on this channel.
Yes, somebody clipped that. That was awesome.
I mean, yeah, your voice sounded really good.
Did it though?
Well,
Yeah, he has a good voice.
It's only unlocked for some people, but like, it's supposed to be.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to jump. I'm sorry. No, I can fix it.
Yeah, do that. Hey, thank you, Scurvy. I hope you enjoy
He's gone.
the rest of your fucking night. Hope your car
he's gone.
crashes and you die in a ditch or something.
Papa, what the hell? I know. Parents
He's
in
gone,
chat.
it's fine.
Parents in chat. Sometimes in the internet, we have angry people that are just too bored with their own lives. And they have
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
stuff like that.
That's Twitch chat.
Welcome
So-
to
If
Don't
he's
worry
not
about it, it's
banned
not
from the Discord, keep him in the Discord.
Oh no, I kicked him.
Oh, you always do that.
Listen, I would do.
It's
we,
your
I
job.
don't-
Come on.
I don't want another incident like when we were playing Sea of Thieves. Okay.
Okay, well listen.
Wait, what happened? In
We're
Sea of Thieves?
not dealing with that right now. We're not dealing with that right now. We're getting back to what's going on. And also, I don't have a voice processor. It's just a microphone plugged into an audio interface with basic filters on Twitch or on OBS. Either way,
That was really funny.
Sounds good though.
yeah, he sounded really good.
Okay.
No.
Was he talking to me?
I don't know who he was talking to.
Okay, I fixed it, so you're good now.
All right, cool. Let's see. Must have run out of pixels to finish the rest of the name. Oh, Scurvy Nuts Lemon Troll. I see what's going on there, yeah. Scurvy Nuts Lemon. Anyway, what was the question and where were we? We were talking about Sun's worst gig.
Oh, I think I accidentally muted the.
You did. You muted them.
Oh no. Okay, hang on.
Thank you, Secretary.
Listen, I'm sorry. Vic. Okay.
No.
Did I fix it?
No.
How about now?
Hold on. Hey.
I don't know why it's.
Listen. Son, can you unmute yourself by any chance?
Hello.
Oh my god. Get out of there, honey. Get out of there. Let me try to fix this.
Okay.
Can you guys speak yet?
We're just gonna move up here for now.
Okay, whatever.
Yay.
Okay.
Anyway.
It said it was push to talk only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why I did that because I didn't change that.
Well, either way,
Yeah, we are
you
too
broke
busy.
it.
Listen.
Listen,
Oh,
listen, you
we'll
broke it.
listen.
But let's get back to the to the way of things. So, Son,
Yeah.
we've talked about your worst gig,
Yes.
and then we've talked about Scurvy Nuts Lemon. So your best one. Let's just go from there. What's your best?
Best one?
Yeah, the best one you've ever had.
I don't know. I think it was like towards ones of oh my god, I can't speak. Towards the end, when before we all broke up because I was kind of like really just I knew the song so well. There were no mistakes, and it was I think I had a pretty like I had 3 beers, so I was pretty loose and I was like having fun. So
I think you're
it
right,
was pretty
Primo.
good. I think
I've
in
made
my
it.
head it sounded good. Hopefully it wasn't like reality versus
Drunkenness.
Big-
Reality
drunkenness.
versus drunkenness.
like expectation versus reality. I'm expecting
Yeah.
myself that I sounded pretty good, but it was fun. Yeah. I think we opened up for what was that band called? I forgot the name of the band. They're not big. They're not big, but they are.
But they were
if
a
you know-
band.
Yeah, no, hold
Yeah.
up. I forgot the name. I'm terrible. Like,
Oh my
if
god.
I'm on the spot trying to remember a name, my brain does it on purpose. Like, nope, you're gonna forget even more, and it goes away,
Yeah.
and I can't even. Like,
Yeah.
it's just on purpose. It just
I
happens.
understand it.
And when I'm in bed tonight, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna remember what it is.
You're gonna be like,
and
that's
then
it.
it's-
Well, you
She
can
won't
put
be able
you can
to
put the
sleep.
comment on the YouTube video.
I'll be like, hey, Pigeon, I remember the band name.
And then if they still
Yeah.
have a YouTube, you can link it. I'll give you permission to put links in the YouTube comments.
Is it Black Tide? Have you heard of Black Tide? I think it was Black Tide.
I don't think I've heard of Black Tide.
No.
Well, that sounds like the name of a band, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's always black something.
it's something like that. All right, so on my side of things, I played a lot of shows. Most of them were in the same place. They were put on by one guy. And
Wait, you played shows?
yeah,
Wow.
okay. So I had an acoustic thing, right, with
Yeah.
with my friend Jebediah. I don't know how much he weighs. I'm just gonna say 400 pounds.
Is the Jebediah called scammers on the internet also?
No, wait, no. He's an elementary school music teacher now, but he's a very large black man. He sings. He was a tenor in our choir, so he's an enormous black man with a very high male voice, and it sounds
Okay.
very, very good.
It reminds me of a singer. He's really good. Yeah.
But we had this acoustic thing, and like we were young, you know. Like I think I was like
Mhm.
16 when we started doing this, and I still can't write lyrics, so that's probably never gonna work out for me. But since I could never write lyrics, he always wrote them, and they were all just, you know, little, you know, pardon the language, but they were just like little gay, angsty, stupid love songs, basically.
Yeah.
But you know,
the keyword.
it was like it. Like our main influences were like Never Shout Never and City and Color.
Oh, dude, CD
Wh-
Color is
wh-
awesome.
which I love. City and Color. City and Color is like my favorite acoustic / whatever it is folk thing, whatever it may be. Yeah, go ahead and ban me because I said gay. Try me. But yeah, like it was basically a mashup of all that, and like you remembered, you know, Never Shout Never. And how like stupid those like little emo teen love songs were. That's all it was. And we
Okay.
played a lot of shows in Bean Station, Tennessee. Then we got invited to a few different places to go play shows, which we went to separate places twice. My first gig, my parents went to it, and it was at the first iteration of this venue. And it was just it was an acoustic show, and it was like packed into this like little tight little coffee house thing that they'd made, and there was like a little stage that the people could play on. It wasn't really a stage, but it was a place in the coffee house where there wasn't any seating. So
Was it elevated by like one stair?
it was not elevated, but the
just like a-
stools were
Typical
taller.
stage.
The stools were taller than the rest of the seating. So
Oh, so
So-
it's
so-
more important.
okay.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a little bit
and-
more important.
Yeah.
And like really like we had like one song that was ours, and we just did a bunch of covers for the rest of them. I think we played like 4 maybe 5 songs, and the other people that were actually playing that show were so much more experienced than we were. One of the people that were playing was a girl named Coco Martin, and she still never really reached like musical stardom, but like she's one person that like as far as like modern singer songwriters go. Oh my God, Coco Martin was so good, and her voice was so good, and like I've got her CD. It's sitting up there. I actually messaged her on Facebook, and I was like, "Do you have a copy of like the CD that was out like a long time ago?" She's like, "No, I actually don't have any copy of any of the audio." And I was like, "Damn!" And then I found it like the next day, and I sent her a picture of it, and she's like, "Oh my God, send me the files." So I'm working on that. But it's still like it's probably one of my favorite albums ever written.
Wow.
And the other person that was there was a guy named Jesse Payne, which I thought he was a total asshole the first time I met him. But like, but I mean, after that he was a cool dude. But like, really, the thing was like, I hadn't like really perfected my voice for like during that first part, and it was basically Jeb doing the singing, and like anytime that I came in to sing, it was so much worse than Jeb because he's just a beautiful singer and always was. And and like, you know, there'd be parts where he sang and I sang and we try to do harmonies, but like I was not a great singer at the time. Like I was good for somebody who literally had no training, but like that was it. And like I just remember, and this is at my first show, I remember people were like standing in the back of the venue smoking, and my parents were out there, and they overheard this Jesse Payne guy say that he thought that I really sucked. And my dad never liked him from that point on. But then, like, the second time I played with him and, like, we started, like, talking to him and, like, I started to understand his thing about it. And he was like, no, it's not that. It's not that I think, like, you suck as a person or as an artist, but next to him, it's not as good. And I was like, yeah, you're absolutely right. So from that point on, I really just kind of, like, stopped singing for the most part. But that was my first gig. And everybody was there and all my friends were there.
That's cool, dude.
Nice, yeah.
It's awesome when like your friends are there because it's like they show support. You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my worst gig was also probably that one, because everything after that was just good.
Good. Yeah. You always have to have a bad experience. Dude,
yeah. Which
like
and the only reason the first one was bad was just because, like, honestly, like, I sucked. We had practiced like 3 times. The first time we ever played a song together, like, he literally like made up some lyrics on the spot. I played like 3 chords on a guitar, and we were like in my friend's mom's minivan, like in the middle of winter. We were like outside, and we were like, damn, it's cold, but we didn't want to go inside, so we sat in the minivan and like wrote a song like right there. And then we decided, that we were gonna name the band right then and there. And my friend's mom had like a book sitting in the floorboard, and I was like, listen, I'm about to pick up this book, and the first thing I read out of the book, that's gonna be the band name. And he was like, all right. And I picked it up, and the first thing I read was "The Child Said Softly." And so that was the band name. It was "The Child Said Softly," and it was a stupid
sat or said
the child said softly. Like, you know, like, I don't know, a baby whispers to his mom, you know, mommy, I love you. The child said softly. Something like that. It would, you know, whatever. It was a band name, but yeah, that's my experience. With that.
Good way to decide a band name.
We rolled with it. The child said softly, I want my juice box. I want my juice box. I want my juice box.
My juice box.
Dude, one of my first actual performances and not gigs was a talent show in middle school, and we played Kelly Clarkson, Since You've Been Gone.
Oh, that's a good one. But like, was it the Kelly Clarkson version?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's another? What other versions are there?
The A Day to Remember version?
Oh no, I know the Kelly only.
Oh.
Okay, listen.
I am not a Day to Remember person. But
I had a thought like a week before, because like I heard that song on the radio or something, and I had a thought the week before that the A Day to Remember version released. I said, man, this would make a really cool rock song. I was just imagining it in my head, and then like I saw a commercial on MTV for A Day to Remember's new album, and it was them playing Since You've Been Gone, and I was like, fuck. $1 million idea.
It's fun when metal bands or like hard rock bands do a cover of a pop song. Like
I love it.
Yeah.
The pop goes funk albums are amazing.
Right. Yeah. Like
Leo Maracchini.
the last what's I forgot the band name. Oh my god, I'm terrible with memory today. But my last what's it called? I can't remember. But anyways, they do a lot of they do Kelly. Fuck.
What was that?
They do. I can't stop it.
Okay. I'll let you
back. Go. All right.
I'll let that one slide.
Katy Perry.
Oh. Justin Bieber. And
we lost her.
I don't even remember what you're talking about. I just remember you saying Katy Perry, Justin Bieber.
Nah.
Oh man. Okay. I'm crying.
It's
Next
okay. All right. So this is another one specifically for Sun that I wanted to ask you about. Because whenever you did this, like it occurred to me that like you and I actually have a lot of stuff in common, as far as musical interests, and then of course like arts and what you want to do with those arts, and something that I've kind of always like really wanted to be involved in was mural painting. So I remember when you were getting on Instagram and you were doing the painting at the pizza place, the Pizza and Wings place.
Yeah.
So my question that I want to ask is, which like mix this answer in there, I guess if you want to. So like, what was that whole experience like? How long did it actually take? How gracious were the people that did it? And also, how did you get the job to do that? Because and this is just for me personally, because I've always really been interested in like doing murals for people, or like painting people's food trucks for them, and like
yeah, totally.
But yeah.
Well, I got it through Calborn. His boss pretty much like hooked me up because it's the restaurant, and the like I don't know if he mentioned that, but like he manages over there, and so it was pretty much like an easy like gig because people, the connections. So if it would be somebody that doesn't know you at all, it's really hard for you to get a connection or a gig like that. But if you know the people, and I guess because we had met in person before, and he knew that I was an artist, and he would have had to pay way more if it was a different type of muralist or a person that doesn't really know him that well. But it was a good price, for it, and it lasted 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Whoa. Damn.
Yeah, and yeah, it was good. He was a good client to work for, and there, clients are always like, "Can you change this? Can you, and it's like, dude, it's too late for me to change this." Like,
right.
don't even say
right.
that. But there's clients that are always like, "Make it pop," like, or like, "Can you make it like, look cool?" Like,
yeah.
Dude,
So like, do you follow and like this is going a little bit off of the music side of things and just kind of like into the artist in general type things with just this specific question. We'll get back to the music stuff, I promise. So do you follow or like not necessarily follow, but do you have any like mural painter, content creator, painter people that like you follow, like watch on YouTube, anything like that?
I used to have a couple that I followed, but I don't really. I haven't kept up with their stuff in the recent days. Can you hear Calvin, by the way? I don't want it to be.
It doesn't matter, but just slightly, but it's okay. Have you ever heard of a guy? He goes by the name 1000.
Maybe I have to look at his stuff.
He does like these like big, crazy, like weird, like enormous murals. He's based out of Seattle. But like his murals are like they're all like these very strange looking people with like different colored faces and like strange eyeballs and like he does like a lot of like really cool stuff on YouTube, and he kind of like pointed something out to me in some of his videos about like actually trying to get a mural painting job, and that's like that's like if you can like take a picture of like a place that you want to paint and just like kind of draw like on the picture, draw on the wall, like try to like figure out like what it would look like, and like if you just did that a bunch, like if you just like went around like took a bunch of pictures of like some really cool places that you thought would be cool to paint, and just like did that, and like the next time you're there be like, have you guys ever been interested in like having a mural painted on the wall? And if they're like yes or no, then like you could just show them the picture of what you did, and they'd be like, oh, so that's actually really cool.
Because people's decisions change drastically when they see a kind of like a finalized, like a mock-up. Like mock-ups, that's why graphic design, the more mock-ups you have your client, it's easier for you to close the deal. Right. So basically, do that. If you want to ever like approach somebody that would, you don't know if they are thinking in their shower that they
you never know.
I would love a mural. So approach them. You don't hesitate to do that. You never know.
Yeah, like there's a food truck here in town. It's called the Nolly Truck, and like they make like the oh my god, they get all their stuff like from the farmers market like daily. They make like the best like tacos and burgers and like all this other stuff, but like they are huge on like our local social media, and like people travel from like hours away to like come and get their food and everything like that. But like I just remember the first time like I actually like showed up at their food truck. I was like, oh, this is it. It's just like a black food truck that doesn't even have anything on it. They got like a sign up front that says Nully. So like all their stuff is like just social media food picture based.
Right,
and like
right.
I really want to paint their truck.
Yeah, you can totally make their marketing a little bit more exciting.
Yeah,
with that,
and then also just like throw me in the mix too.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
You can always just when you approach like whatever a client, like yeah, just show them what you would do before you tell them anything. Have something ready for them to see it because they might say yes.
You guys like or like I'll just be like standing out there taking pictures of the truck and like a guy leans up the window. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm just taking pictures of the truck. Is that okay? No, it's not.
Take it from behind. I mean.
Oh yeah, just like wait till take it from behind.
Speaking of muralists, Diego Rivera from Mexico. He's awesome. Pretty much the only one I know.
Isn't he like enormous?
He, like famous?
Yeah. As far as like mural painters go, like
he's really. Wait, is he still alive? No. Hold up. I am looking at Wikipedia right now. Wait, what? Oh, he died a long time ago. I thought he was like. I thought he died in like the 90s.
Oh.
He's way like okay. So he was born in 1887 and died in 1957.
Damn, he was mad old, bro.
But no, his murals are huge, awesome. Yeah, they're awesome.
Old. So I would like to bring up something that happened in chat earlier that I wasn't aware of, probably because I was telling a story while this happened. So you said fart lord?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember that time?
So she. Hey, do you remember that time that you called Taylor fart lord in my chat? Do you remember when? Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you remember when fart lord? But yeah, I just like to say that happened because Failer sent me a screenshot of the thing and she was like, "Hey, you missed this in chat," and I saw it and like I wanted to say something right then, but I didn't. So I'm trying to think. So like that was actually like basically the end of my questioning. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scroll back up here in chat because Psycho had asked a few questions, and well, okay. First off, I also just saw where he typed in chat and said Pigeon has a PP tattooed on the back of his ear. Not true. No. I do not have a PP tattooed on the back of my ear.
What?
I don't know. He said that. Psycho, what was the question you asked earlier? Because I know that you asked a question, and it was a good question. Hopefully YouTube stops watching after that. Do I have a puss? I do not have a puss tattooed on my thigh. It is not a puss.
An octopus?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
An octopus.
An octomopus?
Listen, we ain't talking about. We don't do that. Not here. Not right now.
It's a meme from my stream, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
Psycho, what was your freaking question? No clue, bud. Most of what I type here is for a second and then gone. I'm trying to scroll up and find it here. It was a good enough question that like I want to ask it. Making voices with my making noise, so it's not weird or boring. But oh my god, you guys typed so much in my chat today. Thank you guys for being in my chat today. But let's see. It was definitely after the Logan Paul thing. Oh wait. I don't think it was anything that he said. But I wanted to get a little bit more of the perspective on how you have to pay to play music. And like both of you have had experiences like that. It's never been that way for me. Like if I only got paid $20, like that was it, but like that was just my cut from like who came in the door. Like there wasn't any like a bunch of seats have to be filled and like if you guys don't sell enough tickets you have to pay for me. Like it was never like that. So like I'm just wondering like how people still like want to go and like play music if there's a risk that they'll have to pay out of pocket for that basically.
You just have to be really good at your marketing and find other ways to tell people that you're gonna be playing it, and not just rely on your friends and family, because that's not gonna cut it. Because you have to do Facebook ads or something. You have to do Reddit, Instagram.
Yeah, but even doing that, at least here for me, it's not enough. Like honestly, people these days, don't go to live shows that much. At least for small bands.
You know what? You know, have you seen the movie WALL-E? People are gonna become fat slobs, and they're gonna be just laying down, not going to shows, not leaving their house. Everything's gonna be on YouTube. That's why people don't leave and they don't go to concerts anymore. Some people do.
People are so lazy that like they get hungry and like just order food.
Yeah, but that's one of the reasons why I started streaming. People don't go to shows anymore.
Yeah.
At least for small bands.
Yeah, we do. Since we're on Twitch and we're talking about music, like Twitch music is really awesome. Like how it's evolved. And that could be another topic for another music podcast. But
I mean, possibly, but I mean, like, you know, I mean, we still got like 20 minutes. So like, if since that's something you're bringing up, it's not something that I've really like actually been involved in. Like I've had like 2 streams where like I've picked up a guitar and like played songs, but like I'm not a music streamer as of right now. Like, you know, honestly, like if I had the ability to, I would probably do stuff a lot like what you do, son. But like I don't have the room to like have a drum set in here and like set it up to do things like that, because like personally, I mean, like drumming is probably like one of my favorite things to do. It just always clicked for me. I was always pretty good at it. But I can't, so therefore I'm not a music streamer, because you know this right here, where my hand is at, that is the edge of my streaming space, and this is it, and beyond that is another person's streaming space. So we're consolidating and we're doing what we can with what we've got. But
take out the other person streaming, and that's it.
Yeah, that's all I gotta do. Just gotta say, hey, listen, you can't stream anymore, babe. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to bounce. Not gonna do that.
Behind you.
Oh, look at that!
Behind you. Love you too, Failure.
It looks pretty creepy because she's just opening the wall.
It just opens, literally,
the brick.
Literally opens the brick like it's freaking Diagon Alley back there. But yeah, okay. So I want you guys to talk about music Twitch, because it's something that I watch. It's something that, you know, like I know people who do it, but I'm not involved with it. Like I don't really know like what the community's like. Basically because all the time that I've been streaming on Twitch, I've really just been trying to like find out like, okay, what do I like to do? What do I like to do enough that I can continuously do that? And music doesn't seem like that would be the thing for me to do on Twitch, but that might be because I can't play drums right now. But I don't know. So how has it changed, and like what's, you know, just what is it? Get people interested in watching the music Twitch stuff.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give you my version of it, and kind of like me and Thomas, we've talked about it so many times, how Twitch is much more viable than what we normally do as musicians, and how we can play outside and not have as many people as you do on stream, and you're in your own home with your own comfort, and you're playing for people, and then you're getting donations and subscriptions that you probably wouldn't get at all, even if you played with a band at a venue, because that money goes either towards your studio or whatever. It never really went to me if we got paid. I never touched that money. It always went to the studio. I don't know about Thomas, but the music community is so small compared to the gaming community on Twitch, because Twitch pretty much started with gaming. Yeah. Okay, so there's thousands and thousands and millions of gamers, but there's a small community for music, and most people know each other in that community. That's why it would be so much more fun for me as a music streamer to go and meet people at TwitchCon like everybody else did this weekend, and it just became like a small family meeting each other for the first time in person, when you normally see them in your stream. And I think it's just a lot of fun, but it's not necessarily that it's I'm not saying that music is better than being a gamer on Twitch. Like, you do whatever you want, but it's you guys are gamers, and we're still like part of the fam, you know, like we all kind of know each other from each other's streams, which is awesome. Doesn't necessarily have to be.
It's so weird because like Okay, so first off, we found you when you were playing Rainbow Six on
Uh-huh.
stream. She actually found you, and then she wanted to play with you. So it's like that's how we found you, son.
Yeah.
And then like everything like really just went over to the music side of things. But like for me, like she's definitely more of a Twitch gamer, and like I don't know what I am, and I feel like that's really like something that's holding me back on the platform. Like I don't know what I am. I don't necessarily fit into a specific like little community on here. Like I get bored playing games, and I understand that people get bored watching me play games because like I'm not the best person at
Even
playing
the
games.
arts community, like, and you're more of an artist too. Like the arts community is pretty small too.
Yeah, like the arts community
Yeah.
is really small, but like I mean, as many times as I did it, like it was still just like all of like my people that would come in and watch, and also, and yes, honey, I know, but you watched her a few times, you got in the chat, and then like you guys ended up playing Siege together, and I was like, okay, cool, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like,
Oh wait, I
it-
remember
it's-
the time that I went to Failer's chat for the first time, and she was so happy. It made me so happy.
I remember that too. She was like, oh my
Like-
god, that
like,
person's
am
in my
I-
chat.
Like, am I a celebrity? Like Failer Games? Who is this girl? She's so excited about me. What did I do? And then we started playing games, and then she just got used to me and doesn't get excited anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. She still gets like mad pumped whenever you give her them fat raids.
Oh yeah,
She still gets like ridiculously pumped.
yeah. I try.
But
I interrupted you.
but like I don't know, like even with art, right? So I just find myself like getting bored. I get bored with this and I get bored with that, and like I don't want to do something that's boring for me because then nobody wants to watch it because I'm bored and everybody can tell that I'm bored.
Well-
and I'm not the best actor, so like I'm not just gonna put on a face and fake it
No.
for everybody.
You have to do something you're not bored at. That's the bottom line. Fuck
Yeah.
everybody else if they're bored. You do what you want to do.
Do your thing,
I-
and that's it.
If
But-
I'm
but-
bored and I'm playing something that I'm bored at, that's why I haven't been playing games, because I get bored of games lately, except for Siege. But I've been grinding the drums too, so like I want to just get better at the drums. As a musician, I am still
Honey,
pretty ambitious.
link his chat. Yeah, link him in the chat. Yeah, the guy went live, so we're gonna have to look at that. But I mean, like I don't know, like the more like I do just like all these different things, like the worse I just really feel about it. Like I don't know, man. It's a fucking it's a pain because I want to do things that people like, but I also don't know what I like or what I want to do, so I don't know. We'll see, but that's enough about me talking about like not knowing what the hell to do on Twitch. But like let's get back to like the you guys enjoying yourselves, the part of like streaming and like being a part of the musical thing, because like yeah, like it's a much smaller community. Like you can get on there and
Yeah, it's really small. It's a really small community.
it's a really small community and everybody can like actually know each other. But like how is like the support like divvied up, right? Like everybody knows like who the big people are. Like do the big people talk to the small people? Do is it that kind of thing, or is it just kind of like there's a tier of like a pyramid of how popular people are? Like what's really the deal? Like how do people like feel about everybody else in the community as a whole, and not just like a little group of friends? And that's a question for anybody who can answer it.
I mean, I
Like,
see like
if-
the big people on the music community. I see like it's like Matt Heafy and Herman Lee,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know, French Stallion maybe.
Yeah. 8-bit drummer is pretty big. Lara.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, Lara also.
But are you saying like there's a big gap between the big guys and the small guys?
Well, I mean, there kind of is, but like I'm wondering, like, because it's a smaller community, it's definitely a lot.
No, so
It's definitely a
so-
lot tighter knit. But like, do the people that are like up there, like, talk to the people that are down there? And N7 Soul, you watched 8-bit,
Oh,
dude.
yeah,
I used to watch 8-bit too. I watched him so fucking long ago that like then I started like seeing his videos on YouTube like absolutely blow up.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I
what
haven't
I've
tried
noticed,
to contact them.
what I've noticed for me, and I, like when I was a smaller streamer, I was only on gaming, whatever.
Mhm.
Because all my gaming followers try to like watch my drum streams. They probably didn't like it, and then they stopped watching me. But
Yeah.
the ones that did like it made my drum streams kind of start not on zero. But that
Yeah.
doesn't apply
Yeah.
to like Thomas started the guitar with like 0 followers, so
Yeah.
he starts from the bottom. I didn't
Mhm.
start from the bottom. I had my previous following, but now that I'm kind of a little bit up there, a little like closer to like the average for partnership, I'm getting closer.
Right.
People kind of do notice that, and 8-Bit Drummer was in my chat, and I was really surprised that he was in my chat.
Yeah.
Because he's like at 600 viewers, whatever. I go to his chat, I say hi, he might not notice me, whatever, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. French Stallion notices me sometimes, it doesn't notice me every time, but he's at 300 viewers. Lara never notices people, doesn't really talk to people on chat. But I noticed that once you get to talk to these people when it happens, and it's possible, because I don't know, it's very weird. You get to grow faster in the music community because people do talk to each other, especially Twitter
Yeah, they do.
is the best place to like network with other people and retweet
Mhm.
things and comment,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
they'll get to know you better on Twitter. But it's nice to kind of get to know them on that. I don't think it's very separated. I think the small streamers have
Mhm.
a big opportunity to get to know the bigger streamers more in the
Right.
music community
Yeah.
rather than in the gaming community.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
wouldn't be able to
yeah,
talk to Ninja,
yeah, by far.
but
Yeah.
No, no,
You
the
would-
game,
you
the
would be-
gaming community is like completely like it's so saturated, and nobody gives a shit about anybody
Yeah.
else. That's the biggest
you
problem.
will probably be able to talk to somebody that's gaming that has 200 viewers.
Possibly.
Maybe will notice you.
Yeah,
Like
maybe.
I know somebody, but I don't. He never like because I know him because he plays drums too, but he plays Fortnite, and he
Mhm.
has 200 viewers
Yeah.
for Fortnite every time, and he
Okay.
he knows that I play drums, and he rated me once. Oh my god, when he rated me once, all his Fortnite viewers were so toxic. We had to ban like 20 people.
Oh yeah, yeah, because they're children, and children are terrible.
Yeah.
Children suck. Can we just get that out
Yeah.
there for everybody
Children
to
are-
agree with? Children are
But-
terrible.
I think that the music community has given me a lot more opportunity than the gaming community to kind of get closer to partnership, because people help each other with raids and they get to know you, and
Right.
I don't know. Yeah. That's
So
my
so
answer.
so Thomas,
Yeah.
what's your journey been like, as far as like being a music streamer?
Fucking awesome, to be honest.
All right.
I mean,
all
I
right.
haven't received like that much love from other people about my playing. I mean, in real life than like in Twitch chat.
Right, right. But do you think that's just because it's like more of a free opportunity for somebody to just come in and listen to you, and like they come in and they hear something that they like a lot, and then they're just like, hey, this is cool. Then they can actually like tell you right then. Whereas, you go to a bar, you play a
Yeah.
show, and then you're done, and nobody talks to you, and you get like
Yeah.
3 people that are like, yeah, great.
Yeah, when I performed
it's
live,
much
I had
better.
nothing. Nobody came up to me to say, "Hey, good job." Like maybe two people.
Yeah, or your
2 people.
friends.
Yeah, for me too. It was
Not
like,
even friends.
just like that.
random
No.
people.
Actually, when I started streaming, was like really afraid of trolls.
Right.
Like
Oh yeah.
super afraid of trolls. Like,
Oh, now
someone
you're
saying,
not
"No,
afraid,
you
right?
suck,
You can't be afraid of trolls, dude. You just gotta be
No,
like,
like
Let them come
I
in.
fucking love my trolls, and everybody
Bring it.
always bans them right away, and I'm like, no, let me have my fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I got a little bit too into the
Alex,
trolls, where
shut up.
I actually like set up a fake Rickroll screen where I would take.
No,
I was
that
like,
was the best. That
dude,
was
I
the
haven't
best.
used it because I've
Yeah.
changed my rooms ever since, and people
Mhm.
will notice that it's fake. But it was like when my room was a little bit different, I pre-recorded a video of myself with a robe and me removing it, and then boom. So I used it like 2 times.
But it was worth.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
okay. People were like, oh, "Wait, what is she doing?" TOS, and then no, it's
Yeah.
fake.
Uh-huh.
But actually, yeah, I was like most of all afraid of being told that I suck at
Right.
guitar. But yeah, I've got like a couple of trolls that got into my chat, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah, I used to get really
but-
salty. Like, how dare you say that? How dare you tell me I suck?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's like, why?
Yeah.
Who are you? Who are you?
Yeah.
Why would you say this to
Yeah.
me?
yeah.
Yeah, but then the journey, like, it's like fucking awesome. Like, most of all, like all the support that Sun gave me, it's good.
Yeah, of course. I like, because if I know that you guys are awesome with my stream and you support me, I will support you back.
Right.
By the way, this guy freaking troll on your chat that's streaming his
I've
whole
got,
thing is
I've got him opened. It's completely awful.
Oh, I'm not watching.
bizarre.
Here, I'm gonna hold
Entire
on.
thing is completely bizarre, and he's going to other people's chats to like comment on their things and maybe be.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then his
here.
only his only panel says good with him eating a burrito that looks like he's sucking a penis. Like,
Let me
who's
see that.
this person?
Let's see if
And he's
my
going
PC
into his
can handle
Discord.
it.
He's going into somebody's Discord right now
Hold on, I'm turning
to
it up.
fucking troll them.
I'm listening to this
What
right
the
now.
fuck is this shit?
Oh my god, he's
That's
such a like hater, dude. I don't want to listen to him right now. I closed it.
I'll check him out later. Oh,
He's got follow for follow in his title.
Yeah. Okay. That's weird.
Where's the talk show?
Like, how is this content? I'm really sorry.
Wait, are you
boring as
Oh
fuck.
no, what did you say?
Oh wait, are you talking in his chat right now?
No, I'm not talking in his chat.
Oh, I thought somebody
No,
might have been
me
talking in
neither.
his chat. Okay, let's go back.
Bobbing.
Go back
Yeah.
here. I'll come down here. Turn that back on.
What is this? The fuck
He doesn't
is
deserve
this
any
shit?
attention.
Yeah, no.
There you go,
Come on,
Psycho.
What do you
Psycho
say?
got banned?
He says this is boring as fuck. Pretty great
Oh, what do you-
description for your channel, bud.
Oh my god. What is he saying? Tell me what he says.
Oh, let me turn
But
it up.
anyways,
Go home,
if
man.
trolls
You
will
fucking
troll, they'll
bought
troll.
purple
They'll get trolled
fucking
back.
dye for your hair, but
Yeah.
you're gonna get a 500-watt power supply
Yeah,
and an
but, I
Asus
mean-
motherboard? Are you fucking serious?
The thing with the music community coming back again to that. like,
Yeah. We'll go back
Honestly,
to
it surprises me how everyone knows each other. It really surprises me.
that. That's something that like I didn't exactly know. Like I know that like I always see like Sun like watching like all these other people and like which like for me like I'm a serial lurker when it comes to like being in Twitch streams. Like so many times like I'll go in and like
Yeah.
lurk and like just watch, but like like mostly I'm either like at work and like I don't like go in and say anything because like I'm at work and I'm busy and like I can't, but like I'll turn
Yeah.
it on. Like I am a serial lurker, and like that's terrible because it almost acts. It almost shows like I don't like ever talk to anybody, but like I see Sun in like so many people's like streams, and it's like sitting there talking to people and it's almost like every single person that like I like because it's always on the side. I always like click join. You know, I want to see like what other people are watching, what other people are doing. Like I'll always like click join. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's still up there. My bad. Here, let me. Where is that?
I know.
Oh,
Alex,
no,
like,
wrong
what
one,
the
wrong one.
I
hell?
just noticed this.
Yeah, I forgot it was there.
But
But you
people
know,
do lurk a lot.
but you know, like everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so I went
Yeah.
onto like this girl's stream and apparently she was like she knew me from like a long like oh, Subfire and I'm like how did you
Oh,
know me?
Noel?
Yeah.
Yeah, Noel, this like new
Dos
guitarist.
Sanchos. Yeah.
Yes, and then other people like oh it's Sunfire in my stream and I'm like what? How do you know me? Like it's because they all lurk. Because
Yeah.
music people lurk each other. Like how do I explain? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
they might not come to your chat and be like, "Hey, I am so and so." I'll know them from nothing, and then I'll go to
Yeah.
the stream for the first time, and they'll be like, "I know you," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
but,
Wait,
but
Six Psycho. What it? No, we'll talk about it later. He's such a weirdo.
yeah,
What a
we'll
weird
talk
person.
about that. But
Yeah.
but back to what Tom was saying. Like he's very
Yeah.
surprised that everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
it
and everyone is super nice. Also.
I generally feel like even in something like you know art, like
Uh-huh.
people don't know each other in the art section.
Huh.
Like you try, but it's it's so weird because art people are a very strange and reclusive bunch of people, and
Hmm.
it's hard to raid them. Like I've tried to raid so many people, and they're just like, "Oh hey, oh hey, thanks."
Yeah, that happened one time.
and like you
They're
don't
all,
know
like,
what to do. So like no,
Introverted.
yeah, they're all like
Wait, did you
introverted,
raid Bob
strange
Ross?
people. No, I didn't raid
Yeah.
Bob Ross. Jeez. I
Um,
should have rated the Bob Ross Twitch channel though.
the Pokemon one. But I don't know. I guess the art community, I wouldn't know them too much. I know a couple people.
Yeah.
I know Arts Mia. She does realistic paintings with
Mhm.
charcoal. Amazing. And then this girl does like she knits and she makes like tiny little Pokemon with
Yeah.
just like you know, a
Yeah.
whatever string.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all I
Yarn.
know. Yarn.
Well,
Yarn.
Darn.
Yarn. Yarn.
But the Twitch art page is also weird because like nobody watches you unless you're doing like hentai titties or
Yeah.
or like basic little emotes. Like
Yeah.
that's all anybody ever like watches on there. Like if somebody's like generally on there like trying to make a piece, whether it's digital, analog, like whatever it may be, like nobody watches that. Nobody cares. Like I don't understand
Yeah.
the Twitch art page, but
When I did my Photoshop things,
Yeah.
or Illustrator, like
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of success with that. That's why I don't do that anymore.
everybody hates watching
Yeah.
me animate.
What?
and everybody
it's just-
hates it.
Because you see, like the only thing you see is your face and you moving your mouse over the the program that
I'm-
people
but-
might not understand about.
But like people like aren't even like interested in asking questions, which like I've made like every single thing on my stream, all the animations, my little follow thing that I just finished
Yeah.
up like last week, like I made
Yeah.
that, like
I
everything
would
on my
like to learn
stream.
about
Looks
animation,
great,
I
by
would
the way.
watch you.
Thank thank you, but like I've sat down and like I've streamed so much of it, and like not one person has been like, so like what are you doing? How does this
Like
work?
nobody asks you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like nobody cares, which is fine. Like I get it, and
You
like
probably haven't found
I
the right viewers. I don't know.
I you know, thank you, Psycho. Psycho says he likes watching it, which like that's cool. It's cool that like one
Yeah.
person likes watching it, but like nobody else is interested, and I get that. But
Yeah, we kind of also talked about it. Like, it's something similar with playing your original music.
yeah, nobody
Yeah.
cares.
The other day we were talking about it that most people are more interested in playing like song requests.
Yeah, unless you kind of become a little bit more well known, kind of like
Yeah.
Mermaid, she became well known, and
Yeah.
people will listen to her no matter what. So people like her, you
Yeah.
know, original stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't have original stuff because I'm a drummer. Drummers don't do shit. So no, but
hey, you
Yeah,
have
this
some
is
wipes.
my original
sun wipes.
solo.
My solo that I always change that I never have. Like I do have like a consistent type of solo. but-
I wrote this yesterday.
Yeah.
It's very recognizable.
I'll just go but duh, but duh.
I made this. I made
Yeah,
this song in
I made
Photoshop.
this. What, Photoshop?
I actually rendered it out into physical music.
Yeah, I sketched it out, but
That's right, Psycho. Just play the same thing on different objects and paint yourself blue. That's all you have to do. Have you done a Blue Man Group cosplay yet?
No,
Oh.
I don't.
we told you
maybe
to
I
do
could,
it.
Yeah, maybe I could try doing it, but I don't want to paint my drums at all. I don't want to get.
No,
that
no,
messy.
don't do that. Of course
No,
not.
no.
I think the neon drums work just fine for that, but like, get like a bald cap.
A bald
and-
cap?
Yeah,
I
like
don't-
bald cap, black clothes, and just paint your face and hands blue as you
Oh,
can
yes.
paint them.
Oh wait, do they wear black shirts and wait.
I think so. I
Black
think it's
shirts?
like black turtlenecks.
Oh no, it's gonna be summer soon. Bloomin'. Hold on. Bloomin'.
Oh, that reminds me when I did the John Wick cosplay.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
genre.
It
yeah.
was like basically me in a suit.
Mhm.
It was just
Very,
me, but I
very
put
hot.
on my suit.
It was so fucking hot in here. So fucking hot. It was like,
Yeah.
no.
Okay, Blue Man Group coming right up maybe next week or so. I'll get the ball cap. But I need to
Aw,
get like really
shit.
good paint. The paint has to be legit. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm getting more.
the thing is like the paint has to look wet.
Oh, right.
So
I'm
it's
gonna
like
have
it's like it's a
to-
special kind of paint that is dry but looks wet. It's like a high
Oh,
gloss.
Yeah, I know.
A
what
gloss,
you mean.
right. Welp. Okay.
But I mean that can just be a thing. If you want to do it in the future, then you should. I think it'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, they all have blue eyes. Rip.
It's
You
fine.
can get the things.
Huh.
The lenses. You can get
I
them.
can get like blue lenses. Okay, I'll think about it.
All right,
So-
she'll think about
We're
it.
losing her. We're losing her.
Anyways, this is not about me, dude. Talk about Pigeon.
It's not about Pigeon. That is literally not the point of the talk show.
Oh.
The point
Questions about the streamers. Hi.
So the point of the talk show is to try to, hopefully open some people up to a wider audience. Which of course it looks like it definitely has some growing to do because everybody that's in here obviously knows everybody else that's in here. But listen, if you've not followed either Sunfire or Thomas, give them a follow. If you were gonna follow me, don't give them a follow because I'm not worth it. I appreciate the thought.
The host. The thought. What? The host
the
is...
thought.
The host is very important. You put this together.
Yeah, dude.
Without you, we wouldn't be here. And my fart dogged again.
Your fart dog.
Fart dogged?
Yep, your
My
fart dog.
dog farted.
My dog farted and it snake like a fart dog in my house now.
Yeah,
Let me tell you. Unfollows all
Play-Doh?
three of
Oh
the
my
people in on this stream as he contemplates Scurvy's words.
Fart dogged.
Listen, after this, we're gonna watch us some Scurvy. I'm gonna get
Bro,
into it. I'm
one
gonna get in
question.
this chat.
To
What?
everybody, have you guys heard the Michael Jackson grunts without any music in the background?
Have you?
No,
haven't
please,
you?
No.
That's almost as funny as that Elvis Presley music video with no music, and it's just like the shoes squeaking around on the floor. I know
sounds like
everybody's seen
Link.
that.
Yes. Yes, Link. It sounds like Link.
Oh, but what about the?
Oh, yes.
Listen, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So listen, it is 10:06, and it's about time for me to cut the stream. If there's anybody in my chat who, for any reason, is watching this or listening to this and hasn't followed either Sunfire TV or Thomas Frank 93, honey, can you link their streams in chat if you're in here for me? Producer.
Producer, manager.
Yeah, producer. If there's any way you can do that for me, then that'd be awesome. Spread the word. We're gonna have Ninja on here one day. Just you wait. We're gonna have Ninja on here like after he's like really hit rock bottom, and we're just like, so we're gonna have him on here, and then I'm gonna force him to like raid somebody else. But yeah, let's thank you for putting them in the chat. If there's anybody here or anybody who's on the YouTube, just type in their names and follow them. Yeah. So
follow Bernardo also.
Who's Bernardo? Bernardo. Yes, follow Bernardo. I was like, who's Bernardo? But yes, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give him a follow. Has Bernardo got his own Instagram?
Thomas Prank.
Son, does
Dude,
Bernardo have
like...
it? Does he have his
What?
own Instagram?
He should.
Cause he should.
Yeah.
I have to
Alright.
make a new Instagram for Sammy and Bernardo now. I don't know. Maybe. Dude, that's gonna be funny. All right, fine. I will make an Instagram for Bernardo, and I'll put him like
Alex, what the fuck?
in my garden.
Thomas the Frank Engine. Okay. Listen, for real though, I'm gonna need something from everybody who's here. Thomas, you're gonna have to get a little bit closer to your camera for this one.
Okay.
I need everybody to make a thumbnail face.
A thumbnail
Thumbnail.
face.
Yeah, thumbnail face, and I'm gonna count it out so then we can do it. All right. So.
Okay, wait. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay.
All right. Thumbnail face in 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. We got it. So, with all that stuff being said, I'm probably gonna find somebody to raid. I don't know who.
Ninja.
Oh yeah, I should raid Ninja. Oh my god, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna raid Ninja.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. Let's see. I could raid. Nah, I don't know. Does anybody have a suggestion who to raid?
Pokemon.
Yeah. I'm gonna raid Pokimane. I don't even know if she's live because I don't follow Pokimane because I have more respect for myself. And Seven Soul, you want raid in Seven Soul?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
All right, cool. We're gonna go raid in Seven Soul. So to everybody today, I've got some shout outs. First off, shout out Son and Thomas for agreeing to do this thing that we're doing, that we're starting. So thank you very much for being here for episode 2.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
thank you
it,
so much.
and you guys will definitely be returning guests because we're gonna try to do some stuff. What do you say about shameless plugs? Oh, thank you, because I don't have an addendum written up. So listen, there's a shameless plug thing that I'm doing that is a part of literally every interview ever, but I'm acting like I'm the first person that's ever done it. So let's go ahead and start with Sun. So in however much time it takes you, tell everybody where all they can find you, what they expect to see, and what you've got going on, and why.
Is this kind of like the Hot Ones type of thing that he
Sure,
does?
sure, it's a Hot Ones thing, but it's literally part of every interview ever. But Hot Ones has made it famous because he's only the 500th person to have ever done it. But yes, like Hot Ones, and however much time it takes, tell everybody about you.
The last dab.
The last dab, yeah, boy.
Anyway, I don't know. I've been drumming on Twitch. Pretty much been going at it. I don't know. I've been putting a lot of time and effort into it, so it's been working out. And thank you everybody for being there. So just come by the channel and
come by the
request
channel
some music.
and request some music and help out that push for partner. We're trying to get Sun to partner before what is the end of 2019.
Yeah, that's the goal.
So
2019.
it's just a 2019 partner push. So everybody come over and try.
On the 31st of December, I don't care.
but we have to get it. So everybody who sees this, everybody who watches it, go ahead and do that. Now Thomas, and however much time it may take you to do so, where are we gonna find you? What are we gonna see when we get there? Is it actually a mix of John Wick and Frank Zappa?
No. It's not just a combination of John Wick and Frank Zappa. Unfortunately.
All right, tell the people what you got going on, man.
Well, you can come on my chat and you can request any song, almost any song you want for me to play. I can improvise over almost anything. Yeah, and that's pretty much my stream. That's what you can expect from it. We can rock it out.
If you like rock and roll,
yeah.
And if you like fingers and speed,
He said in any thong
and drugs.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
You can request any thong. You can request any thong in Thomas's chat.
Hey.
If that doesn't make you want to go over there and watch him, I don't know what will. Okay. All right.
Oh man, I choked on my vape.
Yeah. Bring it. Primo, Baby Shark, bring it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the shout outs today. Got a couple. Got a few.
Any color, Alex, yes.
A red thong with a baby shark on it.
So thing one, Timaholic.
Yes.
Thank you for the follow. I'm gonna resend you another one of those things if just in case you wanted to be on here. Because I sent you one before, but I never got a response, so I don't know if you actually received it or not. Either way, I'm gonna send you one of them things. Thomas Frank, thank you for the host. And Primo coming in hot, gifting a sub to my dad, Papa Smurf 183, gifted one to Hey Mr. Man, gifted a sub to Cinnamon, gifted a sub to Country Cat 186, and a sub to Ghost 8922. Psycho gifted a sub to Timaholic, and Primo, after Psycho did that, then he gifted one to Avix. And also shout out Scurvy Nuts Lemon Troll for the for the follow. Thank you for coming up into the stream. We appreciate it very much. I'd like to say I apologize for this thing on the side of my face. I apologize for my chin looking as terrible as it does without a beard. But yeah, that's that. So for everybody who's on the stream right now, thank you. I appreciate that. For everybody who's on YouTube, I love you, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. MySpace. Okay, now for real though, for everybody who's on stream, we're gonna raid N7 Soul, raid N7 SOUL.
No.
No.
No. All right.
I'm saving this.
La puta madre.
La puta madre. Let's go to
La puta madre.
Yes.
Let's go to N7.
All right, we're gonna go over to N7. I'm pressing the button here in just a moment.
Bye.
Thank you everybody for being here, and thank you everybody for doing this stuff. We love you, and yeah. Bye.
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 All right. Ending stream.